The Phillies hosting Washington, 2 up on the Mets with 2 to play. A win for Charlie Manuel's Phils would give them the NL East. But Ryan Madsen in a 2-on, no-out jam in the 8th. Lastings Millage, Jimmy Rollins, Shane Victorino. Christian Guzman scores. The Phillies' lead is down to 1, and oh no, it's getting away. Both guys here stayed in the game. The Phillies did get out of the inning. It's 4-2 Phils in the 9th inning. Brad Lidge, remember, he's a perfect 40 for 40 this season, but he is in a huge jam. Anderson Hernandez. It's going to drop in. They'll wave Roger Bernardina, and the Nationals one more time have cut it to 1. Now it's Christian Guzman. Lidge. Remember, he had the scenario with Pujols a couple of years ago, trying to stay perfect this year. Center field. Ryan Langerhans to third, so the bases are loaded for Ryan Zimmerman. Lidge desperately needs a ground ball here. He's got to have it. Bases loaded, 1 out. Rollins, Utley, turn 2. The Phillies win the game and the division. And imagine Lidge blowing the game and maybe the division in the second to last day of the season after going 40 for 40 all year long, but they hold on. Phillies will open the division series at home Wednesday against either the Dodgers or the Brewers.
Oh, man, right now we're going to enjoy this. Obviously we come in, we have a little bit of experience going there last year. But like I said, we're not going to try and look towards the World Series. It's just one game at a time.
The fans got to see, what they've been waiting for about 6-7 months now. And playoff tickets will be for sale.
This is great. It's better than last year. They believed in us all year, and they believed in us last year, but we pulled it out a day early this year, so that means we're getting better.
Believe me, we're going to go farther than we did last year in the playoffs. And hey, we want to win a World Series, all right? All right, thank you a lot. Appreciate it.
Regular season weekend in Shea history. Santana facing the Marlins on short rest. Had to come up with a season-saving big game and show why the Mets gave him all that money. In a bases-loaded jam in the 5th, gets John Baker. Top 6, Dan Uggla. Santana would take a 2-hit shutout into the 9th inning, where it got interesting. 1 out, top 9, facing Josh Willingham, who'd homered in 4 straight games. And uh-oh, here we go. It's to the gap. Is Santana running out of gas? Tying run comes up to the plate for the Marlins. 2-0, 1 out, top 9. Luis Ayala up. You do not want to go to that Met bullpen. Santana will win or lose it all by himself. Uggla, changeup. Changeup again, 0-2. How about one more? Now Santana needs 1 more out. Could it be Cody Ross, who has one of Florida's 3 hits to this point? Pitch number 117. Look for a second like it might carry, but Endy Chavez is there. Johan Santana, a 3-hit shutout on short rest with the Mets fighting for survival. He walked 3, struck out 9. Oh, boy, did he deliver. Tim Kirchin, your thoughts? Elbow pain. Brewers needing a win to maintain that wild card tie with the Mets. And this is not the start that Sheets was looking for. Top 1, Darrell Ward, his 4th. Sheets ineffective, gave up 4 runs in 2 1/3. He said afterward, that's all I had. I got a broke arm. Down 4-1, bottom 8. Craig Counsell with a chance here. Pinch hitting, 2 on. And Counsell delivers. It scores Alcides Escobar. The Brewers are back within 2. It's 4-2. Now they got something going here. Next up against Jason Marquis, it's Ryan Braun, who had the walk-off grand slam the other night. And Marquis hits him to load the bases for Prince Fielder. Lou is entertained. Here's Prince. First pitch, left center. This is a sure out, but hold on. The Brewers get a gift run. It drops in. They make it a 1-run game, and the bases are still loaded. Down 1, but J.J. Hardy grounded into a force, and then Corey Hart does the same, and Milwaukee ends up losing 7-3. Brewers and Mets go into the final day of the regular season tied for the National League wild card, dead even at 89 and 72. Oliver Perez and CC Sabathia both start Sunday on 3 days rest in must-win games.
On second and third, Ryan Seeley up, the infield's in. Justin Morneau can't get to this one. As a result, ball falls just beyond his reach. Both runners come around to score. Royals go up 4-2. Ron Gardenhire said all the things that go for us went against us. Bloops, choppers, off-the-glove plays, and double plays. John Bale gets Justin Morneau in the 6-4-3 double play. That was after they stranded 8 runners against Gil Mesh. We go to the 9th. 2 outs, Morneau at the plate with Kansas City still up 4-2. And that's not going to hurt a bit. Royals win at 4-2. Twins have lost their 2nd straight.
Javier Vasquez on the mound. Ozzie has said He's not a big game pitcher, and once again, Ozzie was correct. Top 5, they're loaded as Drupal Cabrera right down Main Street, but it's called ball 2, and now Vasquez is losing his composure. Later in the at-bat, Cabrera, right field corner, bases clearing double. It's 4-1 try, but after the at-bat, watch Vasquez and A.J. Przinsky, and Vasquez tells him where to go. We had to sort of bleep it out there. Vasquez
back behind the plate, right?
4 1/3. Yeah, get back there. It's a 6-run Cleveland fifth. White Sox lose 12-6. They've lost 5 in a row. Behind the Marlins and Mets, El Nino.
Hit up the middle. Ramirez snags it from a seated moon. He throws him out. Oh, wow, what a play by Hanley Ramirez.
24, they beat Canes for the 2nd straight year.
Number 7, Alabama and Georgia. You know, Prince Miller, he's digging the blackout, 92 yards, but maybe they should have focused on football, not so much as the wardrobe, the whole thing. Tied, rolling, 41-30.
Number 6, we've got some horses. Curlin becomes the first horse in North America to top $10 million in career earnings, winning the Jockey Club Gold Cup worth $750 grand at Belmont. He's expected to run in the $3 million Breeders' Cup Classic October 25th.
Maryland at Clemson, number 5. Chris Turner throws to flex off intended receiver Torrey Smith. Somehow, teammate Ronnie Tyler is missed. They get a 1-point win.
Number 2, Asian Mariners, not pictured earlier on SportsCenter. Jose Lopez with a fly ball. Not about him, though. It's about Travis Buck. He wasn't even in the picture. And he comes in to make the grab. Mariners
and Giants Saturday night. Greg Maddux looking for career win number 355. Bottom 1 rings up Eugenio Velez. Next batter, Nate Shearholtz, and this is why Maddux has also won about 355 Gold Gloves. Maddux went 6 innings, needed only 47 pitches. He had 3 6-pitch innings. That's how good he was. Matt Kemp, not bad either. Dodgers go to San Fran and win 2-1 as they get ready to head into the postseason. Maddux gets number 3.
Show you both because doings at Shea Stadium, Miller Park, intertwined like comedy and tragedy. CC Sabathia, 3 days rest, getting the ball again. Michael Hoffpower hits a grounder to first under the legs of Prince Fielder. Take another look, and this is just this is your basic booty E on your first baseman. Right there. Got to stay down on that. Aramis Ramirez advanced over to third. So we got a bit of a threat against CC. Later in the frame, Ronnie Cedeno grounds it to short. They're going to try and turn that 6-4-3, but Cedeno beats it out. The run scores, and Chicago has a 1-zip lead. Meanwhile, back at Shea Stadium, 3:19 Eastern. 6th inning, Oliver Perez in a jam with a runner on second. Nobody out. John Baker. That's down. Cameron Maben will come in to score, and the Marlins get on the board first 1-0. Perez would exit the game, taking his cap to the Shea crowd. Things, everybody's okay. Very early still. Joe Smith comes on, bases loaded, 1 out. Very tense situation, though. He walks Josh Willingham. That brings in another fish. Florida takes the 2-0 lead. Let's go back to Miller Park. 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 local if you happen to be there. Bernie Brewer, look at him. Even the mascots are nervous. You know you got pressure there, right? Bottom 6, Sabathia up with 1 out. Now, he's been pitching on 3 days rest, so getting a lot of swings in the cage, and look at that. That is a monster shot that is hooking foul. Sabathia just misses tying the game up. Later at the at-bat, big 52. Grounds back to the pitcher, and, well, we don't have to run that out. Save yourself. You got to throw some pitches, big fella. That's off Kevin Hart. So we're going to go back to Shea, 3:41. Just 11 minutes later, Mets trying to fight their way back home, half of the 6th. Carlos Beltran up with 1 on, and that is far. A 2-run shot is 27th of the year, and the Mets are even. Dugout, new life, much excitement. We're tied at 2. Wonder how that's going over at Miller Park. 4:02 Eastern, back in Milwaukee. Drop the L. Mets tie game. Brewers threatening to take the lead. Bottom 7, bases loaded. Corey Hart strikes out. Next batter, Craig Counsell. Oh, look at that. It's been 26 years. Just walks as good as a hit. Counsell down to first. Ray Durham coming home. Milwaukee ties the game at 1-7. Shea Stadium, 4:15 in the afternoon. Mets call on Scott Schoenweiss. Oh, no, bullpen. Wes Helms, former crew member, the pinch hitter. Solo shot, and Florida jumps out in front, 3-2. This cannot be good. This is the last day of Shea Stadium. We can't go out this way. Luis Ayala enters from the pen. Dan Uggla exits from the ballpark, a solo homer. Back-to-back home runs off Mets relievers, and the Marlins are up 4-2. Yeah, we've seen this before. Sadly, 4:22 Eastern, back on the shores of Lake Michigan. Ryan Braun in the 8th. A man on. Behold the power of cheese. A 2-run shot by Braun, his 37th. He was the hero the other night. Does it again. Miller Park erupts. Look at this place. It's crazy. Milwaukee goes up 3-1 on Braun's clutch home run. They can sniff, if not the postseason, at least a playoff game from where they're at.
Or a bratwurst.
That could have just been a bratwurst. Might have just been a sausage out there. Could have been a knockwurst. My bad. Top 9 CC for a complete game. Derek Lee grounds into the 4-6-3 to end the game. The Brewers win at 3-1. Sabathia, another complete game. 4 hits, 1 run allowed. It was unearned. 7 Ks. So they untuck them, but they're going to have to wait before they can uncork them. They got to see what's happening over there in New York. So we got everything. We got it sealed. We're safety. We're not getting anything soggy. But they need 6 outs of New York. So we go back to Shea about 4:30. Bottom 8. Mets know what's happening in Milwaukee. They got to have something good happen. 2 outs. Jose Reyes. That's a ground rule double. So the Mets trying to rally with 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. Kevin Gregg pitched to Carlos Beltran. That's a walk. So we got guys on first and second. Bringing lefty Arthur Rose to face lefty Carlos Delgado. The go-ahead run. Is he going to be a hero? He's going to hit it far, but Josh Willingham tracks that down at the track. Mets 3 outs away from the end of the season. We go to the 9th. A playoff at best now for the Mets. It's all they can hope for at this point. David Wright leading off, pops it up, way up, second base. 1 they got. Andy Chavez would ground out to the pitcher for 2 outs. Jose Reyes, look at that. Confidence level waning. Came in easily, ball 4. There's life. Tying run will come to the plate again, and the Mets fans praying for 1 more game at their beloved Shea Stadium. Sunday's a church day. Ryan Church, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, gets his bat on it, but Cameron Maven makes the catch. Marlins win 4-2. Jerry Manuel left to wonder what might have been. David Wright, another long off season. And by the way, back at Miller Park, they do not share that somber mood. 5:04 Eastern. Everybody for the last half hour packed in the clubhouse watching this thing. 40,000 people in the stands watching on the big board. And there it is. The Brewers secure their first postseason berth since 1982. That's right. Now, really, it's a beer town.
I'm saying you get champagne and beer.
But you can get the High Life, which, of course, as you know, is the champagne of beer. Sabathia gets the champagne sour. He and Braun save the season on the final day for Milwaukee, and they end the second longest playoff drought in the Bigs. Sabathia, 17 starts since the trade. The Brewers 14-3 when he goes to the Hill. The Mets finish their stay at Shea 1,859 up, 1,713 down. They needed 1 more win. That'd be this year or last. Bullpen gets criticized, but the offense just 5 runs this weekend against Florida. Let's start with the happy people.
The Twins by half a game in the division. Ozzy's crew trying to get it together. Top second, no score. Bases empty for Johnny Peralta. This off Mark Burley, who's also pitching on short rest and coming off a 121-pitch outing. Peralta's 23rd of the season. Solo job, 1-0 Indians. Bottom second, Paul Konerko up. And Konerko down the line off the rookie pitcher Brian Bullington. And that one's going as well. His 22nd. And it's 1 apiece. Later in the second, bases loaded for Juan Uribe. Hot shot over to third. Jamie Carroll can't handle it. Ken Griffey Jr. coming home on the error. Took another look at it. Funny hop on Carroll. 2-1 White Sox at that point. Top 5, 3-1 White Sox. 1-on-2 out for Grady Sizemore. Burley got him. He struck out 6. Top 7, 1-on-1 out for Franklin Gutierrez. That'll start the double play. Burley got 4 of those. 7 innings of work, gave up just 1 earned run. Bottom 7, 3-1 Sox. A.J. Przinsky up. That's well hit. But well played. Grady Sizemore still going all out on the final day of the regular season for the Indians. Then later, 2 on for Jermaine Dye. They won't get to that one. Uribe and Orlando Cabrera score. The White Sox score to win at 5-1 with a strong performance from their starting pitcher. So what about the Twins? They had the Royals in town at the Metrodome. Scott Baker got the nod for the Twins. Top second, first to second, 2 out. And Baker gets John Buck to get out of the jam. Game remains scoreless. Bottom second now, Denard Span. That's going to be trouble. Nick Punto coming around. And the Twins out to the early lead. Meanwhile, Baker doing his thing. Top 5, he's got a 2-0 lead, and he's got Alex Gordon, too. Keila Kaye got him 2. Baker struck out the side in the 5th. Top 6 now, he gets Mitch Meyer looking. His 4th strikeout in a row, 9 straight battery retired. He went 7 innings, gave up just 4 singles. Bottom 7, Delman Young bringing Alexi Casilla and Joe Mauer home. Give the Twins a 4-0 cushion at that point. Then bottom 8, 2nd and 3rd for Joe Mauer in a tight race with Dustin Pedroia for the AL batting title. And a triple will help. Punto and Denard Span coming around. Mauer 2 for 5. Twins going to win at 6-0. And now they sit and watch on Monday for Chicago's makeup game.
To determine if there should be a playoff game and a 3-hour, 4-minute rain delay in Chicago. And then there was a game that lasted 3 hours and 14 minutes. So long day at the ballpark for Ozzie Guillen and the folks. Tiger starter Freddie Garcia looking to send his former team home. Here, Jermaine Dye basing up the middle, sends Orlando Cabrera home. And it's 1-0 White Sox. All right, boys, all you got to do is hold them down for 8 more innings, and you can take on Minnesota. Top 5, Tigers still trailing 1-0. Runner on second, nobody out. Brandon Inge drives this one off Gavin Floyd deep. Dwayne Wise leaping. It's in the park, but not in a glove. Ryan Rayburn will score. We're knotted up at 1-1. All right, so apparently that whole hold them down the last 24 outs didn't get done. Later in the inning, runners on the corners, nobody out, but Floyd bears down. Ron Santiago goes down. Curtis Granderson, Anderson-like, 2 outs. And the next batter, Gary Sheffield. And the iron shout. Oh, that's a fielder's choice. Inning is over, so 1-1 after 5. Let's go top 6. Still tied. Tigers, though, have runners on second with 2 outs. Rayburn. A little dribbler here back to Floyd. Didn't get all of that. Floyd bobbles the throw. Oh, throws the ball away. That'll allow Miguel Cabrera to score, and it is 2-1 in favor of the visitors. Look at this again. Floyd. Yeah, I remember that grass could be moist, whatever. Didn't get a good handle on it. May have slipped out of there. Whatever it is, it didn't get to first like it was supposed to, and the run scores. 2 batters later, 2 men on. Floyd. It's Dusty Ryan. He goes down swinging. Ozzie Guillen. Pleased with that. We keep it to just a 1-run game. Home half of the 6th. Dye at the plate. Wise. He's going. And that ball's going into center field. Wise didn't see it, though. So he's going to stay there at second. Ryan's throw gets away there. Now watch Kenny Williams. Go, go, go. Third base. 90 feet away. That's all right. They're going to solve this. Jimmy Leland's going to head out to the mound. Freddie Garcia is done. Had to leave with tightness in his right shoulder, and I'll tell you right now, he's out for the rest of the season. Enter Armando Galarraga from the bullpen. Dye still at the dish, 2-2. That gets away. So Wise, nothing. He's over at third. This is not a problem. Next pitch. And Galarraga, wild pitch, and Wise is going to come in to score. We're tied 2-2.
That was easy. Right.
So there's no damage done by not figuring out that ball in center field. Leland comes out again. Enter Bobby C. Multiple choice answer, C. Later in the inning, 2 on, 1 out. C walks Ken Griffey Jr. to load the bases. Leland's back out. I mean, he's managing like he wanted to win on the final day for these guys, right? Enter Gary Glover. Alexi Ramirez at the plate, batting .438 with the bases loaded. 3 grand slams this season. Cue up the drama.
Goes out for the first one. Driven deep to left. Way back. Grand slam.
All right, Ramirez sets a rookie record with his 4th grand slam of the season. Now let's listen to the hometowners, huh? Hawk Harrelson calling the home.
The ball hit deep to left field. Way back. Tams looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes! A grand slam homer for Alexi Ramirez, and the Sox lead it 6-2. Marcy.
How can you tell the difference?
I don't know. Just a little different in inflection and tone there. Top 9, Tigers down 6 runs with 2 outs. Granderson flies out to center. The White Sox win at 8-2. So they will face the Twins on Tuesday to determine the AL Central winner. So we got, we told you that, so we can tell you all about the big game on Tuesday as well. The White Sox, the final week of the season, just 2-5, but they win the last 2 to get to 88-74 and force that playoff game. Just good enough for Gavin Floyd. He wins 4-0 in 9 career starts versus the Tigers, and perhaps the grand slam we should have seen coming off Glover. His batting average against the bases loaded, .423, worst among active pitchers who have at least 50-plus at-bats with the bases loaded.